state lawmakers are pushing a monumental proposal to get more land back into Native Hawaiian lands.
The package includes $600 million in funding. KITV4's Kristen Concilio spoke with the Department of Hawaiian Homelands today after House Speaker Scott Saikis promised to help ease a growing backlog of beneficiaries. Kristen.
Mika, there are more than 28,000 Native Hawaiians on the waiting list for homestead land in Hawaii. Many wait decades to get a call for a piece of paradise, and that's if they're lucky to live that long. It's been a century since the passage of the Homelands Commission Act, which intended to return Native Hawaiians to native lands.
Prince Kuhio Kalaniana Ole started the Hawaiian Homelands Commission for the betterment of the Hawaiian people. And for decades, that hasn't been the case. You know, I have a lot of relatives that died on that waiting list. I'm a little surprised that I'm being awarded now. I expected to die on the waiting list too.
But now lawmakers seem to have the political will to invest in the program, potentially helping thousands of people get off the homestead waiting list. A major problem's been lack of state funding for infrastructure development needed to support housing.
Members, it is time to give the Department of Hawaiian Homelands the resources it needs to fulfill its fiduciary duty.
Much of the homestead lands are in rural areas without roads, sewage, water, or electricity. Another barrier has been access to financing for many Native Hawaiians without the means to build a house once their number comes up.
As housing costs continue to increase, Native Hawaiians in general, but our beneficiaries will be challenged to find homes that they can afford to mortgage themselves. And so there is something very special and unique about this happening in our 100th year anniversary. And I don't know that, the first 50 years of this program could have been prepared to deploy something as meaningful as $600 million. So I think now is the right time.
Jay Kaleo Aikala says he's been on the homestead waiting list since the early 1990s. And when his lot came up about a decade later, he didn't have the money to build. He's now taking over a homestead lease from his deceased brother.
There's Native Hawaiians living under tents on the beach that are on the Hawaiian Homelands waiting list. It would behoove the state to put this money into the commission to award them homes.
The Department of Hawaiian Homelands manages more than 200,000 acres of land for homesteads. The historic amount of state funding, if passed by the legislature, could help with lot development, land acquisition, and down payment assistance. Reporting live, Kristen Concilio, KITV4 Island News.